we have some interesting news. Google has invested $1.5 billion in crypto-focused companies, but why? According to a report from research firm BlockData, Google's parent company has been actively investing in the crypto space. The big tech giant and other major corporations in the legacy financial system have invested over $6 billion in digital asset companies from September 2021 to June of 2022. The report claims that Google, Samsung, BlackRock, and other corporations are investing in projects and products with the potential to improve their own offerings. Thus, the companies are investing in particular use cases, apparently with the objective of integrating them into their business models. The report claims that the amount invested by Alphabet and other companies is hard to track. The money flows via private funding rounds and other investment mechanisms. However, they used other methods to come up with the approximate. We can determine how much money these corporations have invested as they participate in funding rounds with multiple or many other investors. As a proxy of this, we can look at the total funding amounts of the rounds they participated in. The report used data from CB Insights to get a pulse on the companies being supported by these major corporations. The report claims that the following about the total number of companies that receive funding from Google, BlackRock, Samsung, Goldman Sachs, and other financial behemoths. The 40 companies invested approximately $6 billion into blockchain startups between September 2021 and June of 2022. Because some rounds involve participation from multiple investors, it is unclear how much each company invested in a project. As seen below, Alphabet has invested in Fireblocks, Dapper Labs, Voltage, and Digital Currency Group. Only the latter company has one of the biggest portfolios in the space, with companies like Grayscale, Abra, Genesis, BitPay, and others. So they have a whole form here. BlackRock investing in Circle, FTX, and Anchorage, by the way. Alphabet, we already have talked about that. Morgan Stanley with NYDIG and Figment. Samsung invested in a whole bunch of different ones at a smaller scale, I think, participating though in 13 different rounds. And it just keeps going on and on down the list. You guys can go ahead and take a look at it if you like. Some of the other interesting ones, of course, would be like American Express, Wells Fargo, Citibank, and the investments they're participating in. As the image shows, corporations are securing their positions in the crypto industry by investing across multiple sectors. As mentioned, Samsung has been diversifying its portfolio with a particular interest in NFTs and the metaverse with a capital injection into Yuga Labs, which is the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and Sky Mavis, which is Axie Infinity. In that sense, the report showed that NFTs and digital assets focused on supporting gaming services and marketplaces were one of the most seeked out use cases. Other popular applications were infrastructure providers, blockchain development platforms, and blockchain services and companies. The report added that, quote, Alphabet and BlackRock are showcasing a completely different strategy by making concentrated bets on a smaller set of companies. Banks have started to increase their exposure to crypto and blockchain services, given increased client demand. This has led to them to making investments in crypto, custody, asset management, and trading. Another company that saw a lot of attention from mega corporations was TRM Labs, a compliance firm that has been integrated into Aave, Uniswap, and other Ethereum protocols to provide them with an address screening feature that can block certain entities from accessing their platforms. And of course, this will be important when we start talking about the participation of, or the role that sanctions, etc., will play, and the regulations that we put into place by various different countries, including, of course, like the US, Canada, and so on. So we've been talking about that a lot. These larger companies and corporations are going to try to adhere to that. So you'll have a very much more locked down experience within the crypto exposure via these companies, right? So it's very important to keep that into consideration. Now, obviously, the move into the NFT space is telling, because that means that essentially what they're trying to do is find a way to monetize and be able to monetize the blockchain more effectively, and NFTs are the way to do that. The tie into gaming is also significant as well, but I'm not so sure that that is the tie-in that I would be looking at if I was one of these companies. While gaming in the past has been a huge revenue generator, gaming revenue is at an all-time low this year and continues to go down as people start to get, well, in my opinion, fed up with the kind of cookie cutter copy pasta video games that are getting released recently with very few innovations within the space. And I don't know that adding NFTs is an innovation. Sure, it's an innovation from the actual revenue generation form of gaming, but not in actual gaming itself. If it does get to the point to where you do have some sort of play to earn that is fair, I guess there could be an argument there. But as we've seen with the, in-game, in-app purchases across most games, it doesn't seem to be something that is enticing or appealing to gamers. I mean, you can think of it this way, and maybe I'm an old head, but back in the day, if you purchased World of Warcraft, I'd almost rather pay a monthly for World of Warcraft and earn everything in game, because then there was some sort of clout that was tied to the armor that I wore. Purchasing an NFT to have some sort of armor doesn't mean anything to anybody else in the game, and I could be the worst player in the game or the best player in the game, and it really doesn't matter how I look in general, because all I did was pay for it. And that's just frankly boring. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here or more crypto content down here. Also, I'd like you to check out my locals page at sonofatech.locals.com, where you can become a member for free or choose to be a $5 a month supporter that unlocks additional content.